And I forgot to turn on the camera. All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Monday Night MMA Hangout. My name's Eddie Law. Low on the quieter side, everyone in my house is asleep. So I'm chilling, kicking back. What's up, Otis? What's what about? Oh, we're just chilling, dude. Monday Night Hangout. Talk some MMA and shit. Hey, Daniel, what's good, brother? Dude, I legit thought going into that fourth quarter that Mr. Drew Brees is gonna pull that shit off. By the way, Brady played well. Like, he didn't do great, but they won. And the defense was okay. Hey, Dave man in the flesh, almost. What's up? Jesse, what's good, brother? Hope everything's going good, man. Especially in your retirement. Nah, I'm just playing, dude. Oh, Brees is super done. No, and you know what? You saw it at the end. I don't know if you caught that clip. He goes up to James Winston and he tells him, he goes, "This is your team now." Like, he said that shit. Like, and I'm like, I don't know. I just, because I've been watching Drew Brees since he was with the Chargers, and I thought he got fucked there with the whole Phillip Rivers situation. And ended up he got a Super Bowl, man. It's all good, brah. y'all can't even keep a quarterback. They're not even healthy. I'm saying to keep, like, look, if y'all don't re-sign motherfucking Dak Prescott to what he deserves, that man's gonna leave. Now, if we could pull this shit off, let's say they let Dak Prescott go because they know they're gonna get Deshaun Watson. You got something. I bet you were, dude. I watched the second half. They were tied up at one point. I'm like, oh shit, it's gonna get crazy. Drew Brees gonna pull it off. Nah, fucking hell, man. At the very end, when the Bucks were up, you just saw like the sadness in Drew Brees' face. It was just sadness. It was bad, man. I missed the past couple weeks of football. Holland Super Bowl. They have the conference championships this weekend. Then it's a week off, and then a Super Bowl. So like 3 weeks. Yes, sir. 8 a.m. We'll go over that one as well. We'll definitely talk about that card, of course. I'll talk about this last Saturday's card. I like when Oprah tried to wipe out Brees' birthmark. Yeah. People thought that was fake. I remember like a while ago, people were like, that's fake. He just and I'm like, well, how is it fake? That makes no goddamn sense. You know what, man? I thought they were gonna win. I legit, just because of the defense alone. But Jalen Ramsey had nothing. He had nothing in the Packer on Devontae Adams. It's what it is, man. Oh, dude, Max fought like a man on a mission. Do you think they should have stopped the fight in the fourth? Just like Otis said, should have stopped in the fourth. They had like 2 10-8 rounds. That was a 10-7 day. Cater had nothing for him. Calvin Cater had nothing for that man. So for them to just let him take a beating for the 5th round, that's on his corner. Like, I get it. People are like, oh, you pay the ref gets paid to like do that kind of shit, right? That's on the corner, man. And they know their fighter. They know that Calvin wouldn't want that fight stopped. You know, is what it is. But I think it should have been stopped. But I mean, man, that was the 5th round when Max looks at the commentator table. He says, "I'm gonna count him up" or something. He was talking about all the records he was breaking. He was like, count him up. And he looks to the left and he goes, "I'm the best boxer." Bow, jab. Like, I legit was like, holy shit. I was live tweeting this shit for Cage Side Press, and I stopped at that moment. I was like, he did not just do that. Not only did they jab that man in the face and say, "I'm the best boxer in the UFC," he slipped like 3 punches, ducked the 4th, and then came back and popped him again. And then in his face goes, "I'm the best boxer in the UFC." Like, freshman came to play. Like, yo, if you don't think Max Holloway hears everything his opponents say and goes into that cage with a massive chip on his shoulder, like a Hawaii plus size chip on his shoulder, out of your mind. That man, he's humble and he's great and everything, but he don't motivate that man. Do not give that dude bulletin board material. He is not, you are not about that life. Now they say like motivated Connor. A motivated Max Holloway is a murderer. Shit, they just had Habib talking about him today or yesterday, talking about he didn't think Holloway was even in his prime yet. That would be, dude, if Holloway was in his prime, and he's already been champ for a while, he's already the best lightweight ever. Imagine him hit his prime, win the belt back. Like, I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Watch him move up to lightweight. You know, I'm assuming Dana's trying to get McGregor as champ at 155. McGregor, Holloway, after performance like this one, that's gonna sell. He better hope everybody takes the vaccine and shit, because you need a crowd for that fight. All right. McGregor TKO's Dustin in 2 minutes. I think a lot of people are overlooking Dustin. I'm not saying he's gonna beat McGregor, but he ain't getting knocked out in a minute. Definitely not 60 seconds. Now, McGregor's really good at breaking down an opponent's tendencies, right? He's got a great team. Look, people don't give John Kavanaugh enough credit. He's a head coach for a reason. He's been a head coach this long for a reason, right? Like McGregor takes his camp wherever he wants, Portugal, wherever the fuck he wants, right? I think it was at least to Portugal late, like last. I'm not 100% sure. I don't remember, but he brings Kavanaugh with him. He brings the McGregor fast guys with him. He brings everybody that he wants with him, right? And the fact that you still have Kavanaugh as your head coach, that man does not get enough credit for how well he helps Conor make a game plan, I think. That nobody talks about how smart McGregor is. Honestly, like, you got to give that man credit. That dude is a smart motherfucker. And if he's broken down enough Dustin tape to think and figure a tendency out in the first round that Poirier consistently does, that he sees a 60-second knockout in, which is what he's called, you kind of got to be like, okay, well, let's see, right? Instead of like all bullshit. Like, you can't just dismiss that prediction. You guys know what I'm saying? You can't just dismiss it and be like, yeah, fuck, he's full of shit. He might do it. Like, who else lately has been able to do that? Call their shot and then have it come true. Just him. So am I saying this doesn't happen? No. I'm saying I personally don't think it happens. I think people are overlooking Dustin, but at the same time, I'm like, maybe. Fuck. Aaron Donald crying broke my heart. Aaron Donald's one of the hardest playing superstars in the whole game. Him and JJ Watt, to me, are the hardest playing guys. Like, they're the superstars, don't talk shit, put their heads down and work. Constantly work. All they want to do is win. They don't give a fuck about anything else. Like, literally nothing else. They just want to win. And for Aaron Donald, this is his best shot so far. For Aaron Donald to win the Super Bowl, for Aaron Donald to have to cry, tells you the kind of shit that guy had to go through, like this last season or two, to get there. He must feel that they might not have another chance later. So who knows? I'd like to see him either move on to a team that can actually use him and actually has a decent offense, or yeah, I don't know. Or I don't know. I would hate the Rams to win the Super Bowl because they're my division. But yeah, we'll see. What's next for Holloway? Ooh, title shot. Depending, I guess, on the winner of Ortega Volkanovski and how it goes. Let's say Ortega is able to. I don't see it happening nowhere near it, but I honestly think that Volkanovski is going to beat him. But if Ortega pulls off a pretty impressive win, I don't see them saying, "Oh, Volkanovski run it back." Like, no, hell no. I think they'll get Max Holloway. Otherwise, I think Holloway wins another couple of big fights, and then there's no denying that man a trilogy fight with Volk if he's still a champion. If Ortega wins and beats Volkanovski convincingly, fuck all that. Holloway, Ortega 2 for the title. Exactly. What's the beat? Where has the beat been? You think he'd be one of the guys that fucking fights? Let me see. Well, Magomed Sharipov. Let's see. Last November, decision Calvin Kattar. Before that, in March 2019, decision Jeremy Stevens. And before that, had a few some impressive fights. And I think wasn't he injured, right? Am I wrong on that? Let's see if I can find something on that. But oh man. Oh, okay. So Zabit, he was trying to get the Yair fight last August, but he didn't get it. And everything else is quiet on him. So I'm assuming he's just chilling right now. But as far as the Holloway's Zabit would be dope. That wasn't that cool. I ain't gonna call that man pillow hands. He beat the living shit out of him. No, look, you can call him whatever you want, right? But not a lot of featherweights are knocking each other out these days. Like they're not everyone's gonna be a Jeremy Stevens that it's gonna torque his entire body, right? Max's game isn't knockouts. It's never really been knockouts. But I'm looking at his record right now. I'll look up his record right now, but his record's never really been I'm gonna knock you the fuck out. So I get it. It's not that impressive to a lot of people, but as far as a technician goes and technique and speed and accuracy, that dude is a bad motherfucker. Like, so let's see. Last TKO he had was Brian Ortega, UFC 231, right? We peppered the shit out of Ortega, had him basically looking like Cater or worse. We stopped him in the fourth doctor stoppage. He stopped Jose Aldo in the third by TKO twice, third round both times. Before that, he TKO'd Anthony Pettis. So yeah, his last like knockout was Akira Kurosani UFC Fight Night 53 back in 2014. I vaguely remember that fight. He's a guy who's gonna put it on you like 50% shots over and over and over again, right? And then at the end, look, you could hear. That's the best part of having no crowds. I'm gonna miss it. Now I know a lot of people are like, we need crowds in there and shit. I'm gonna miss not having crowds. I'm gonna miss the quiet of it because you guys heard how hard he was popping out. This right here, the Pill Hands Max thing, is also overlooking Calvin Kattar's like toughness and chin. That man can take a truck to the chin and not go out. You know what I mean? Because he got hit clean so many times. Shots would have dropped other guys. Calvin Kattar was able to handle. So you got to give that man credit too for being able to do that. But a knockout artist, Hollywood will never be. He's a technician, skilled fighter, hard worker. So I mean, I get it, but like that was fucking dope. Like focusing just on the fact that he would have pop him and slip all those shots while talking to the commentary table. Come on, dude, that was fucking awesome. All right, maybe you don't think so because you prefer one hitter quitters like Jeremy Stevens, like a Conor McGregor featherweight back in the Jose Aldo fight, for example. That's fine too. I like technique. I'm a big fan of technique, huge fan. So I prefer technicians. I love a one hitter quitter as much as the next guy, but I'm a big fan of technicians. Hooker's gonna hurt someone's feelings this Saturday. Ooh, a lot of people are jumping on the Chandler wagon. I'm not. I like Michael Chandler, but a couple of his fights in Bellator were kind of like, okay. I mean, like, dude he's by the way, a grappler. He is really good. As a striker, he's not bad. People overlook him. Like his last two fights were knockout wins before he left Bellator. Before that, he did get finished by Pitbull. I think that's where he lost the belt, right? Or maybe before that. Let's see. Yeah, so he knocked out Sidney Outlaw, and then he knocked out Benson Henderson in the first round. So he has knockout power, but that was after Benson Henderson, man. That dude's done. Now imagine Hooker's gonna go in there. Better wrestler, Chandler. Better grappler, probably Chandler. Not yet, Chandler. No, you're good. I don't know what I'm thinking. Dan Hooker's stand-up is good. And the thing is, it's hard to keep Dan Hooker down. Like, he's not bullshitting in the countdown where he says, you're not going to keep me down. He's right. You're not going to keep him down. That being said, when Michael Chandler gets you down, he's going to try and put a hurting on you. So we'll see. However, I'm kind of leaning your way there, Otis. I think Hooker's going to win. McGregor and Dustin Poirier first fight seemed off. This better be better. Look, McGregor is like I said, smart. You gotta fucking give that man credit to get rent-free space in someone's head to the point where they come out fucking like ready to go in the fight. Like you fight, a lot of guys can fight emotional and win. And Dustin Poirier did that for a long time. But it's very difficult to do that at this level, right? And I got to give Dustin Poirier a lot of credit. He's not that guy anymore. So it's a different guy. He's better, more skilled, higher level fighter now. So is McGregor. McGregor did not get worse. McGregor did not get it's not like McGregor just, I mean, a lot of people are like, oh, McGregor just out there drinking and shit. No, the fuck he's not. Look at him. You know what I'm saying? You know, McGregor did not just go and just fuck around and get drunk and spend his money. That dude's been working. So, you know, yeah, to think about that way. When do you think fans will be allowed to the arena for fights in Vegas? I would say at the rate that the vaccine's going out, for example. Now, whatever you believe on COVID, whatever you believe in these vaccines are going to be key to life getting back to normal, right? That's what it seems like anyway. However, I know in Arizona it's getting hard. It's fucking hard to get. Apparently, I didn't realize that. Right now, I think in Arizona it's 65 and up are the next. Like they're the ones that can call and get an appointment. I know I have a bunch of my friends already got it. A bunch of my friends that are teachers are scheduled to start getting it this week. First responders are already getting it, but for some reason it's still hard to get. I don't know. So I would say mid 2021, maybe like later in the later stages. But I'm gonna miss the empty arena, man. I'm serious. I just like to hear the action, dude. Like I would love it if they find a way to like get a microphone in there and then catch most of like to like choose on a broadcast. Like if you go on ESPN Plus and you can choose the sound instead of like regular, you can hit like cage sound. So like all you get is either commentary and the least amount of crowd possible, or just the cage would be great. And you're still gonna get some crowd, of course. The crowd's too damn loud. But I'm sick of the woos and I'm sick of the booing when the fight goes to the ground, whatever. But I'm assuming you like to go to fights, and I do too. So I'll be excited. I'll probably go to, I probably won't make it this year. I got a lot of stuff going on, and I got some people that can't catch COVID, just bad health people. Not bad health, just the older folks, right? And so I can't. I'm honestly not. I'm doing everything I can to not risk them. So I won't be going this year, but definitely will be hitting up some fights next year. No doubt. No doubt at all. All right. What else we got? Jeremy from your hometown. There you go, boy. Jeremy Stevens. No one talk. Dude, that man's a legend. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Had he had a couple impressive like knockouts against some names before that whole that when we guys remember when McGregor said who the fuck is that guy? And because Jeremy Stevens said something like, when I hit him, they stay down. Right? That shit was dope. It would have been a much doper line if he was coming off a couple knockouts that people remembered. I don't remember what he was coming off of, but it wasn't memorable enough. And so that line would not have worked. But god damn it, McGregor delivered that shit like crazy. Hooker got murdered by Barbosa. What was that, 2018? Ever since then, he went on. He beat like 3 guys. It's like, I know he knocked out James Vick. I know he beat Ike Quinton. I know he beat Paul Felder. I'll give you this. Paul Felder, he beat barely. I don't really agree with the scores in that fight. I mean, really, but it didn't really matter. He won by split, though. So, yeah, but do you really think Michael Chandler's going to beat him? I don't think he will. I do. I don't know who the favorite is in that, but look, if Michael Chandler wins, first of all, I won't be surprised. Like Michael Chandler, like people overlook that man. I don't know why they overlook Michael Chandler. But I will say that like it's a kind of like, I don't know. I mean, I might be kind of, contradicting myself now because what I was saying before. But like, you can't overlook Michael Chandler being just because he was a champ in Bellator, just because most of his opponents weren't that great. He did beat a former UFC champ. So is Chandler easy? Fair enough. We'll see. I mean, we'll get to find out. That's the best part. All right, Tank had let's say Gaethje had dropped out. So you guys know when Michael Chandler got signed. they brought him in to be the backup in case somebody dropped out of Gaethje Khabib, right? Let's say Gaethje dropped out and he fought Khabib. Who'd you got? Who'd you get? Who'd you have? And let's say you say Chandler Easy. How who would you have and how and easy fight for the winner or whatever, long fight, 5 rounder. What do you think? Tank. That's for Tank. Right? Everybody else too, but Tank. Let me know what you think, dude. All right. Let's talk about this last weekend, dude. Saw a night of fights, man. One of those things. It was a nice card to start off the 2021 with. It was really a lot of fun. All right, let me pull this up. All right. First fight of the night, Ramazan Emeev was a decision win over David Zawada. Carlos Felipe, Thick Diaz. That's what I'm calling him. I think I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably not the only one that called him that. So, but I like the name Thick Diaz. He was talking mad shit in the caves, all this shit, whatever. Justin Top is a tough guy, so I'm not saying he should have knocked him out, but that was a fun fight to watch, honestly. Then Jocelyn Edward gets his decision win over Yanan Wu. A fight everyone thought was gonna be boring. It wasn't that bad. It was actually kind of fun to watch. Let me see. Did I get all the fights on here? Maybe I didn't. Oh, I didn't. My bad. Austin Lingo, dude. Austin Lingo can fucking fight, and Jacob Kilburn is one of the toughest motherfuckers on this planet. That fucking beating he took, bro. Talk about you should have stopped the fight. The Sarah Morris fight, Vanessa Mello, we could have done without. Look at that, 22% total strikes for Morris and 33 for Mello. Jesus Christ. Why is Sarah Morris still in the UFC? For real. All right. Then, dude, Panaheli Soriano is a bad motherfucker. Dusko Todorovic, I thought would have lasted a lot longer. And to be fair, he went, most of the first round, but damn, the way he got finished was nasty. Alessio Chirico with the upset, probably of the night, taking out Joaquin Buckley. And before that, I don't know if you guys watched any of the pre-fight shit, but he's very proud to be an Italian fighter. He was talking about he wants to be like the guy that leads the Italian fighters and tells the world about Italian fighters, how they're so great and everything. And that's a great way to do it. Take out the guy that just had the most impressive knockout of 2020. And in style. Li Jianliang with another massive upset. This might be bigger, but I'm not sure. But to be fair, Santiago hasn't fought in like 2-3 years. I think 2 years. And Leach took him out. So that you got to give Leach his due, man. But I think lack of activity probably fucked up Santiago. Carlos Condit decision win over Matt Brown. The scores were funky. I didn't agree with 30-27 at all. I think it should have been a split win for Condit, but it should have been a split win. That being said, a win's a win. I know Matt Brown's pissed about that. I don't know what he can do about it. I don't think there really isn't much to do about it. What you do? I didn't lose that bad. I lost a lot. My loss was a lot closer. I don't know. But as far as like what to do with Carlos Condit, I hate to say who cares. I think he's one of those guys. Who cares in the meaning like title, like as far as the title implications? I think Carlos Condit's the guy that you put in fun fights. And before we talk about that, let's catch up with some comments. I know you guys have some on here. Khabib knockout? Gotcha. No one beats Bellator great Mike Chandler. Khabib knocked out. I got you. Oh, dude, very legit. Like, very legit. That guy's fun. And then Max Holloway, decision win over Calvin Kattar. Look at those numbers. 447 of 746 on total. Only two of those strikes thrown were considered not significant, I guess. And just beat up Calvin Kattar for 5 rounds, man. Calvin was a step slower. Calvin was also throwing one shots. Like, Max was throwing combos the whole fight. Like, everything was a combo. Everything was followed. Everything was to the body, to the head, to the head, to the body. All the angles you could think of. That shit was a lot of fun to watch. And then, I watched that one sequence of him saying, hey, looking at the commentary saying, count it up. And then screaming, I'm the best boxer in the UFC. And then popping Kattar in the face, not looking at Kattar at all. Pops him in the face and then slips 4 punches and ducks, or 3 punches and then ducks a 4th. And then pops him again. Like, goddamn. You know what I mean? Like, damn. Who should Tony fight next? Ferguson? I don't know. If you're asking, like, strictly the fight fan in me. I want to see him in a scrap. So either the Diaz brothers would be nice. Who else could he fight? The fight fan in me thinks that if you add the human side of me into that fight fan, fucking nobody. That dude has some issues, man. Straight up. But we're talking about just purely fighting. One of the Diaz brothers would be nice. That's not a bad fight for Nick to come back to at 170 if Ferguson's down for that. But I don't know. Do I think the fight should have been stopped in the fourth? Probably. But I think it's hard to say the ref should have stopped it. Because I mean, Cater was getting beat up, but he wasn't defenseless, and he wasn't like not throwing any offense. I mean, how many fights have we seen stopped on the feet? The Rousey fight against Nunes, she got beat up on the cage. Her back was on the cage. She's still on her feet, but she was throwing no offense. Cater was at least covering up and then throwing something, right? So I'm not completely against Herb not stopping it. I think it should have been a corner stoppage. The what do they call themselves? The New England Cartel. Silly ass nickname. But the New England Cartel. I honestly, if anyone was going to stop it, it was them. But they know their guy, they know their fighter, they know, and Calvin Kattar is a tough guy. I think it's one of those things where I wonder if you talk about it before the fight, maybe not before each individual fight, but maybe like I'm the type of guy like Calvin Kattar in the gym, just randomly one day or whatever they discussed it. Like if I ever get in trouble, don't stop the fight. Like, you know what I mean? Because that shit happens. Most fighters don't want the fight stopped for any reason. You know what I mean? Like, not everyone's gonna be Rufus. Not everyone's gonna be Rufus and tell, hey, Anthony, your hand's broken. I'm not gonna put you back out there without being able to use a hand. We're stopping the fight. You know what I mean? Not everyone's gonna be that guy. And Anthony Pettis trusts him enough to be like, all right, well, I get it. And now Anthony Pettis is gonna go collect $1 million in PFL. $1 million. And he's got his management starting up. That dude's done with titles as far as the UFC goes and all that kind of shit. That guy's just he's just gonna build a portfolio and then retire and be fucking set for life. Hopefully with the least amount of fucking trauma, brain trauma possible. Yeah, he was fighting back. He wasn't. Oh man, I can't even think off the top of my head. Like a fight where somebody wasn't fighting back and the ref let it go on all for the entire fight, but. Off the top of my head, and I'm sure you guys can come up with some example. But yeah, dude, like Cater was fighting back. They would not, Ref wasn't gonna stop that. But at that point, it's on your corner, on your coaches to be like, he's got nothing left. Do we want our guy to get years taken off his life, or well, at the very least, his career? I don't know. That being said, fights like these can also make a fighter, come back stronger later on. So we'll see. Anyway. All right, the card nobody's talking about is this Wednesday early, as Otis is pointing out. I'm actually going to be watching this from work, so that's going to be fun. Luckily, I have the ability to do that. So, but I'm not going to go over every single fight. It's not like the most stacked card, obviously. But names on here. Let's see. Marcus Perez is on here. Ricky Simon's back. Omari Akhmedov against Tom Breeze as your featured prelim. That's pretty dope, actually. Then Tyson Nam's on here against Matthew Schnell. That should be a solid one. Roxy, the Happy Warrior, or whatever she calls herself, against Vivian Araujo. How do you say her name? I'm so out of it, guys. It's fucking 8:30 here, but I've been awake since 3 a.m. I have to go to work super early, so. Yeah, Ike Villanueva against Vinicius Moreira. Warley Alves in that season of Tough Brazil. He's on there taking on Mounir Lazzez. And, of course, Michael Chiesa against Neil Magny. Two of the most disliked guys in the entire promotion. Like, I get why people dislike Chiesa. He's annoying. But I don't know why people dislike Magny. Probably because Magny will win, will take any fight. And he'll upset quite a few of them. I don't know if you guys ever catch the Keyboard Warriors live. It's on Wednesday nights. Myself, Fred Kirby. Fred always picks against Magny. He gets mad at Magny, and to the point where every time he picks against Magny, Magny wins. So Yeah, the Conor card just overshadows it like crazy. We can look at that card right now too. Fuck. Let's see. 257 is way more impressive than this one. Again, this is on a Friday. I don't understand. To me, it seems like they're forcing a card down our throats on a Wednesday. I think it's stupid. Honestly, I get it. We haven't had fights in 3 weeks, but here we're gonna give you a pretty good card, and then we're gonna throw one on paper looks like ass, and then we're gonna throw you another solid card. We're just shoving MMA down your throat. Like I don't understand the point, but you know they can do it. So fuck. There's no one I dislike more than Chiesa. Literally, was the Chiesa? Chiesa's the one that sued McGregor after McGregor threw the dolly through the bus window, and Chiesa got cut. Right? I don't remember if Chiesa got couldn't fight that night or not, but still, I think he pretty sure he sued. All right. Early prelims: Amir Albazi against Zaga Zumagulov. Nick Lentz, the Carney, taking on Movsar Evloeb. Sorry. Andrew Sanchez against Mahmoud Muradov. And those are your early prelims. Then solid. Clear round sheet's always fun to watch. Ever since that dude took off to friggin' Thailand to train, 2 things have happened. His Muay Thai got a lot better, and it's a little more difficult for USADA to test him. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm just kidding. He's just big jack dude, but still. Taking on Marcin Prachnio. That'll be solid. Jesse's favorite fighter, Juliana Pena, taking on Sarah McMahon. Juliana just got submitted by Valentina Shevchenko, if I'm not mistaken. Let me pull that up real quick. Let's see. No, sorry. Jermaine Durand to me. Oh God, that's a little embarrassing. She got guillotined. That's right. So, a grappler. I mean, these are 2 wrestlers and stuff. I don't know who to pick on this one. I don't care, but still, it's there. Brad Tavares against Shoeface. Solid fight. Brad Tavares started doing it, and then Arman Saryukian taking on Nasrat Hakparas. That's actually going to be a good fight. All right, main card. Marina Rodriguez taking on Amanda Ribas. Solid card to start the pay-per-view with, in my opinion. Matt the Steamroller Furbola. Probably the smoothest, weird nickname that works. We'd be excited for the card if Chimaev Edwards was right. I agree. If that fight didn't get canceled, we'd be pumped for at least the main card on Wednesday, right? But nah. And actually working on that for March, I think. Right, GDR submitted her. That was a hard, and I laughed at that one because I was like, GDR submitted her. GDR submitted the chick that the grappler, and Juliana. That's fucking hilarious. So, not gonna lie to you guys, Juliana is really easy to dislike. So, they both did it. Jesus Christ. Okay, well there you go. And you're right. Yeah. All right, and then the fight, so every main pay-per-view especially needs to have one fight where you can fuck off for about 10-15 minutes. Okay, go get beer, go get food, take a shit, take a piss, whatever you gotta do. This is it. Ain't nobody wants to see Jessica I fight. Call me a hater if you want to. Who here is excited for this fight? Jessica Evans, Jojo Calderwood. Who here is excited? I don't want to see no liars. If I see anybody I know is full of shit, I'm gonna call you out. Ain't nobody trying to see Jessica I fight ever again. That Cynthia Calvillo loss was like, what the fuck? I guess she beat. I mean, I guess she beat Viviana, or by decision. She got that head kick knockout by Valentina. Like everybody saw that coming. How you gonna be? I mean, I get it. She got attacked to the body. The side was hurt, and she had to protect it. She came down like that. Who didn't see that head kick coming? You know what I'm saying? Like, raise your hand if you're excited to see Jessica I fight. Exactly. I better need any hands. But and then JoJo coming off the most unfortunate loss ever. That chick was up next for a title shot against Shevchenko, and she took a fight on short notice. Or was it short notice? No, she just took a fight against Jennifer Maya and got armbarred with the quickness, by the way. Armbar quick. That was the first round one. So that was a bummer too. Because I think Maya went on to lose, I think. Let me find out. Yeah, she went on to get a decision by Valentina. in a fight, we're bound to out grappled her. So, you know, it's what it is. Anyway, and make sure everything's good. Hold up. I've been having mad technical issues, so. Oh, okay, we're good. Cool. I've been having mad technical issues lately, so I need to keep checking and shit, making sure I'm still online. Internet with this whole freaking pandemic, everyone's staying home and shit. Especially the kids in school. It's fucked the internet. All right, co-main event: Dan Hooker against Michael Chandler again. Michael Chandler was supposed to be the backup for. Yeah, there you go. Me neither, man. Honestly, we didn't have fights for too long. Like, it's good to have it back. But yeah, dude, like Michael Chandler, former Bellator champ, supposed to be the step in for either Gaethje or Khabib should one of them fallen. Imagine that. Imagine he steps in and somehow pulls off the upset against either guy. We could possibly have had Michael Chandler as a champion. Every lightweight possible would be pissed for getting skipped over like that. Has either Gaethje or Khabib ever given us a reason to replace? I know Khabib had a fucking rough ass weight cut. I get that. And you can say when he was on a scale, he's thanking God that he made weight. But I don't think. I mean, I guess Khabib's pulled that a couple times. I mean, not like the day of, right? If I remember correctly, I might be wrong. All right. Then main event: Dustin Poirier against and I love this because you guys remember when I make fun of Sea Level Kane all the time. But even though Kane's one of my favorite fighters of all time, but I make fun of Sea Level Kane all the time. But I love this. This is a improved Dustin Poirier against motivated Conor McGregor. Like, he's not beating a motivated. Shut the fuck up. Like, Conor McGregor is not one guy that needs motivation. You do not get to the level of Conor McGregor because he's motivated. That motherfucker is disciplined. It's a big fucking difference. So stop with the bullshit of motivated Conor McGregor beats. No, McGregor is disciplined. That's it. Same with Dustin. Dustin's improved immensely since his last fight. I mean, it's pulling up his record real quick just to make sure I'm not full of fucking shit. Let's see. All right, so just beat Dan Hooker last June. His last loss was he got fucking head popped off by Khabib. Before that, he beat Max Holloway for the lightweight interim belt and by decision. He TKO'd Eddie Alvarez in the second round in 2018. TKO'd Justin Gaethje, submitted Anthony Pettis. The first Eddie Alvarez fight was the accidental knee that shit got no contest and all that. Beat Jim Miller by decision in 2017. His last loss besides Khabib was Michael Johnson, who did KO him, but still is a much better, is a much more improved Dustin Poirier since the last McGregor fight. Okay, guys that he's beat since McGregor beat him in 2014. Diego Ferreira, Yancy Medeiros, both finishes. A decision with Joseph Duffy. Then knocked out Bobby Green, got knocked out by Michael Johnson. Decision Jim Miller, the Eddie Alvarez no contest. Submitted Anthony Pettis, knocked out both Justin Gaethje and Eddie Alvarez. Decision Max Holloway, got submitted by Khabib, and then decision Dan Hooker this last June. So this is a much better Dustin that Conor's gonna face. Meanwhile, the names on Conor's list is fucking not terrible either. Obviously the Jose Aldo knockout, the Chad Mendes knockout. Dennis Seaver, I don't give him any credit for because that's Dennis fucking Seaver. Big credit for the Dustin Poirier one, obviously back then. He's beaten Max Holloway. Diego Brandao, people, I get it. He was he should not have been at 145, but still. Diego Brandao used to be a bad mother, the little Wolverine. Knocked out Eddie Alvarez, and it with a beautiful sequence too. That was another one where someone took it and then made put effects on it, like the Super Saiyan effects. I forgot who does those videos, but they're so dope. But some of the the finishing combo he put, a lot of the combos he put on Eddie Alvarez were phenomenal. I mean, Conor was at the top of his game for that fight, and he fucked him up, got the second belt, all that shit. Anyway, then he got his neck cranked against Habib, melee ensued, and then he TKO'd Donald Cerrone. The Cowboy fight, a lot of people don't give him credit for. Cowboy's no punt. I'm telling you, this internet thing is so stupid. Anyway, so luckily I was prepared for shit like this. Anyway, all right. While I try to get this thing fucking working, the what was I saying? I was saying a bunch of shit about McGregor's record, but the Donald Cerrone win, a lot of people were like overlooking and shit and kind of not trying not to give Conor his credit for it. You got to give that man credit for that fight. He found a more unique way, I guess, to beat Cowboy. The shoulder thing, that we've all seen people use a shoulder as a strike, right? But no one's seen it work the way it worked against Cowboy. That was really an impressive way to do it, and I've never been the kind of guy that goes, fuck yeah, Conor McGregor, and all. So he gives him much credit for everything, and he's the GOAT or anything, because he's not really GOAT yet. He's one of the greatest for sure, but who knows if we'll ever get there. But let's see. I swear to God, man, these computers are fucking stupid. All right, let's restart this whole thing. All right. Anyway, so with Conor, you got to give that man credit for what he does, man. Right. Exactly. Fucked him up. And he talks about it too. I don't know if you guys have seen any interviews from him since then, but in the post-fight interviews. But that shoulder cracked. I think he broke his nose too. Like, again, give him credit for what he does. Conor is a bad motherfucker, man. Let's see. I don't know. Not to mention, man, he makes shit happen. Like, you gotta remember where that dude came from. He was broke as all fuck back in the day. Conor made Cowboy look like he wasn't supposed to be in there with him. Exactly. And that's hard to do with Cowboy. Cowboy's the game for anybody. But I wonder how many of these guys get mind fucked before they get in there. Like, Jose got in there, and Jose was clearly mind fucked, right? There was some argument that a shoulder strike was significant. Oh, if the shoulder strike was significant strike. I think it depends on how much, goddamn, dude. How much damage it caused, right? Like, you got to think about that. Like, how much damage did that shot cause to Cowboy, right? Which I would, watching the fight, obviously, I would argue a lot of fucking damage. So, I just got a few more minutes, guys, before I get out of here. Obviously, internet issues and shit, and let's see if this is gonna work. But I got a few minutes. Anything you guys want to talk about? Throw it out here. Conversation. They usually don't count those strikes as significant strikes. So, again, hang on a second. Anyway, again, you're right. They don't, but at the same time, it should be counted. I think it depends. It should be depending on how much damage it is. And again, it's not a shot that's really thrown by a lot of people. So, all right. I'm gonna check the rags real quick before we get out of here. Any other topics you guys want to hit? Let me know. I hit you guys up. All right, well, we'll talk about it before I go. Okay, I don't see anything. All right. Anything? All right, what's going on this week besides those cards? Fucking James Harden to the fucking Nets is insanity. Jesus. I don't think they beat the Lakers anyway, but I would love to see the finals. I mean, they'll make the finals no matter what. We'll see. For 257? Oof. Exact round. Bro, what do you motherfucker? Do you want to know exactly how it finishes too? Jesus. Just kidding. I'm gonna say the Coming goes to decision, man. They didn't say, oh, okay, we'll talk about that, yeah. I'm gonna say that the Magny Kiss is gonna go to decision, and I think I'm gonna go with Magny. Um, Chandler Hooker is gonna go decision. Oh, I don't know. If it goes decision, I lean more Chandler if it goes decision. I'm gonna say Hooker takes him out. Uh, third round. I think it'll be an exciting fight. Again, I'm wrong literally 90% of the time, so I don't bet on fights at all. And then main event, Dustin versus Connor. Fuck. I'm gonna say McGregor wins TKO third round. Love Dustin. Great fighter. Would love to see him win. I'm gonna be rooting for him. But if you ask my prediction, Connor in third round knockout. TKO. I think Dustin's going to be able to take a lot of damage. He's going to survive a lot of shit. He's going to land some of his own. Maybe give a little bit of adversity to Connor. And I think in the third round, it's just going to be too much. But if Dustin pulls this off, it's going to be massive upset for sure. Dana saying Habib's going to watch the fight inside. Wasn't that the worst decision ever? Like, I was joking around. I was like, man, LeBron did it better because he fucking did. All right. That whole shit about, I talked to Habib. Now I'm gonna tell you guys at 3:00 Eastern Standard Time on ABC what he said. What did he say, Dana? He said he's gonna watch these fights this weekend, the lightweight fights, and see what happens then. I'm like, bitch, we knew that. The fuck are you talking about? Worst announcement ever. LeBron did it better. Drag people's asses for an hour on television for at least a good cause, which is the Boys and Girls Club, and then said, "Taking my town to South Beach." And set the world on fire, and all his jerseys on fire too. But at least he did it better. Habib, man, we didn't learn nothing. Did you guys learn anything from that announcement? Because I fucking didn't. Nothing. I fucking hell. LeBron did it better. I don't give a fuck. So yeah, dude, I don't know. It is what it is, man. There you go. Ooh. He should, and I think it would be a good fight. But I still think Khabib. I still want to say Khabib, and I know it's just the fucking latest thing people are talking about, but I've been thinking about this for a minute now. Whenever anyone talks about Khabib, Khabib against Conor again, I'm like, I don't see that shit again. It's gonna be the same way. Oh, what about Khabib against Tony? I'm like, so it can get canceled again. Khabib GSP, don't care. Out of all those fights I just mentioned, the GSP fight is the one I give least fucks about. We learn nothing from that fight. If GSP comes in and beats Khabib, then it just reassures us that GSP was one of the GOATs. That's it, right? If Khabib beats GSP, GSP's been out of the game. He's kind of older. He hasn't been, doing this and that and that. He hasn't been active. It's all the excuses. We learned nothing from that fight. I don't give a fuck about that fight. Leave that shit for UFC 4. Okay? Go play UFC 4. Put those two guys together. Run them 100 times. And then whoever wins the most ones, that's who probably would have won. But Habib Max Holloway, nobody talks about that. Because I remember they were supposed to fight. Remember, you guys remember Max Holloway was supposed to come in on last second notice. Or was it New York that didn't let him cut anymore? Somebody didn't let him cut anymore, even though he was close to being on fight weight, and they didn't let him cut him anymore. Let's see, make sure I'm not having internet issues again. Yeah, they didn't let him fight anymore. And then I forgot, was that the Quinta fight, I think? So I would love to see that fight. Exactly. That's right. Yes. New York didn't let him. How New York fucks up so many fights. For years. The UFC specifically was trying so fucking hard to get MMA legalized in New York. Just so the New York State Athletic Commission constantly fuck us. Didn't want to let Misha Tate fight because she has fake tits. Boobs. Sorry. She has implants, whatever. Almost didn't let Tim Kennedy fight. What other things did they fuck up? They just fuck shit up left and right, dude. I can't stand New York when it comes to MMA. I kept saying that people would get mad at me on the podcast talking about, I kept saying like, man, fuck New York. I don't give a shit about New York. They got everything else. Let us have this. Let the rest of the country have this. We don't need New York fights because they just fuck them up. Let's be real. Khabib, remember Khabib in Brooklyn said, "I'm never fighting in New York again." It's the reason. I think Hollywood wants to go to 55. Exactly. They didn't let Felder fight. There you go. Hollywood wants to go 55. 100% agree with that decision. That dude's, mind you, he makes 145. He makes it look easy. I'm sure it's not, but he makes it look easy. But Holloway at 55 would give us a lot of fun matchups, like a lot of them. Like a full-time, if Holloway was full-time 155, I'd love to see the Poirier rematch. Dude, Holloway, Nate Diaz, if Nate's willing to go back down to 55, which apparently Nate's going to have a fight at 55. The rumors is Justin Gaethje. Holy shit, but it's Justin Gaethje. Please check kicks, dude. Please check kicks. Anyway, but Holloway, Nate Diaz would be the shit. For real. Like, and they'd be all respect during that shit. They wouldn't talk shit to each other at all. They're just two bad motherfuckers for throwing down and shit. So, dude, at 55, Hollywood's got so many dope ass fights. And of course, the McGregor rematch is, should it be, if it's, available. Have you said in an interview today he thinks Holloway is one of the best ever, so he might take that fight? You never know. I agree. It could be Holloway would be dope, right? Just to see, because I don't know if you guys remember the when they were still doing press conferences. They had Khabib and Holloway up there, and Khabib goes, "Do you think you could beat me?" And Holloway goes, "What? Of course! Like, I wouldn't be. Who takes a fight that thinks they're gonna lose? Like, it's a bad motherfucker right there. It's like, of course I'm gonna beat your ass. I ain't take this fight to lose, bitch. Like, what the fuck?" So, on Monday nights he is not. This is the MMA Hangout. It's just literally just me. It's literally like whoever shows up to talk, throws out their comments or their fucking questions or topics, and we just talk back and forth. Wednesday night, myself and Fred will be on for the Keyboard Warriors Live, where we discuss all the shit. So, but thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you, man. All right, that's gonna do it for me. On that note, it's gonna do it for me. Make sure you guys come back on Wednesday night. Myself, Fred Kirby, for the Keyboard Warriors Live. Shout out to everyone that tuned in tonight. HMSG, Broken. My brother Jesse was here for a minute. Tank, appreciate you, dude. Mr. Beckham, Otis, Daniel Rodriguez was here earlier. Dave Mann was here at the start. Appreciate you, my dude. Of course, Otis and Daniel. Yeah. All right. Everyone that tuned in, you guys are dope. I thank you guys for hanging out. Appreciate you guys. I still want to see Diaz McGregor trilogy. No, man. You good, bro? You good? I'll see you on Wednesday. Come back on Wednesday. We'll hang out. I still want to see Diaz McGregor trilogy. Me too. And I think we'll see it just way too late. All right. Catch you guys. Have a good one, man. I'll catch you guys later. Catch you guys on Wednesday night. Come back. Yeah. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Enjoy yourselves, and good night. And good night, Wilshire. Motherfuckers love it to be a soldier. Must maintain composure at ease, don't like the complicated.